Welcome to CG Tutorial. Alright folks, let's talk about money. That thing we all chase, crave, and occasionally bury in coffee cans in the backyard. Don't act like you haven't thought about it. But seriously, what is money? Is it just those crisp bills we trade for coffee and cat memes? Well, not exactly. It's more like the fuel that powers the economic engine, the grease that keeps the wheels of commerce turning. It's a medium of exchange, a way to measure value, and a store of value. Think of it like this: money is the language everyone understands, even if they don't speak the same language, literally. Now, on to wealth, the big daddy of economic concepts. This ain't just about stacks of cash, it's about the total value of all your assets. Picture your house, your car, your grandma's prized stamp collection, hopefully worth more than your student loans. That's wealth, baby. It's everything you own, minus those pesky debts you're trying to forget about. It's the accumulation of resources, the fruits of your labor, and yes, sometimes the result of sheer luck. Wealth is like that comfy retirement fund you dream about. The safety net that lets you say bye-bye to the daily grind and hello to a life of leisure, or at least fewer panic attacks about bills. And finally we come to currency, the often misunderstood cousin of money. It's the physical representation of money, the stuff we stuff in our wallets and piggy banks. Think dollar bills, euros, yen, or even those Bitcoin thingies everyone's been buzzing about. More on that later. Currency is the tangible, physical manifestation of money. It's what we use for daily transactions, the stuff that makes the economic world go round. So we've got money, wealth, and currency. Three amigos, right? Not so fast. These concepts are often confused, like those celebrity twins who try to convince you they're not the same person. We see you, Mary-Kate and Ashley. Money is the general concept, the totally abstract idea of value. Currency is the physical embodiment of money, the tokens we use to represent that value. And wealth is the accumulation of valuable assets, the big pot of gold at the end of the economic rainbow. Imagine you're stranded on a desert island. Bear with me, folks. You find a treasure chest overflowing with gold doubloons, because why not? Now you're rich, right? Well, not exactly. You have currency, but without a functioning economy, those shiny coins are about as useful as a laptop with no operating system. They're just shiny metal discs. Wealth, on the other hand, needs a purpose, a function within a system. Money is the oil in that system, allowing the gears of commerce to turn smoothly. Now, let's bring in the big guns government subsidies. These are essentially handouts from the government, designed to support certain industries or activities. Think of them as economic steroids, pumping up certain sectors, but sometimes with unintended side effects. The idea is to stimulate growth, make things more affordable, and boost the economy. Sounds great, right? Well, like that extra slice of pizza at 3 a.m., sometimes free stuff comes with a hidden cost. Here's the thing about subsidies: they can distort the market. Imagine you're a farmer growing corn. The government decides to give out massive subsidies for corn production. Suddenly everyone's jumping on the corn wagon, flooding the market with kernels galore. Prices drop, farmers who didn't get the memo are left high and dry, and you're knee-deep in corn, wondering where it all went wrong. Then there's the fiscal burden. Governments don't have bottomless pockets. Shocking, I know. Every dollar spent on subsidies has to come from somewhere, whether it's through taxes, borrowing, or printing more money. Cue the inflation monster. These costs can add up, creating a strain on the economy in the long run. It's like that friend who keeps borrowing money but never seems to pay it back. Eventually someone's got to foot the bill, and let's not forget the dependency culture. When people get used to free stuff, it can be hard to wean them off it. It's like that time you offered your friend a bite of your cookie, and they ended up devouring the whole bag. Subsidies can create a sense of entitlement, discourage innovation, and hinder economic growth. It's the why work when you can get it for free mentality. Section 4. When free stuff backfires, tales from the land of subsidies. Remember those corn subsidies we talked about? Well, they've had some real-world consequences. The overproduction of corn has led to environmental problems, from soil erosion to water pollution. Plus, the cheap corn syrup flooding the market has contributed to health issues like obesity and diabetes. It's a classic case of good intentions gone wrong, like that time you tried to bake a cake for your friend's birthday and ended up setting the kitchen on fire. Then there's the infamous agricultural subsidies in the European Union. These subsidies have been criticized for propping up inefficient farms, distorting global trade, and harming farmers in developing countries. It's like giving a trophy to the kid who came last in the race. Sure, it might make them feel better, but it doesn't exactly promote healthy competition. And let's not forget the housing bubble of the 2000s. Government policies aimed at encouraging homeownership, like easy mortgages and tax breaks, contributed to a surge in demand for houses. Prices skyrocketed, people took on more debt than they could handle, and the whole thing came crashing down like a house of cards in a windstorm. Section 5. The domino effect. From freebies to fiscal fiascos. The problem with subsidies is that they often have unintended consequences. Like that time you tried to fix a leaky faucet and ended up flooding the entire bathroom, subsidies can create a ripple effect throughout the economy. They can lead to overproduction, price distortions, and even black markets where people try to circumvent the rules. Subsidies can also stifle innovation. Why bother coming up with new ideas or improving efficiency when you can rely on government handouts? It's like that friend who refuses to learn how to cook because they know you'll always make them dinner. Sure, it's convenient in the short term, but it doesn't exactly foster independence or creativity. And then there's the issue of fairness. Why should certain industries or activities get special treatment while others are left to fend for themselves? It's like giving one kid an extra scoop of ice cream while the others have to share. It's not exactly a recipe for harmony or a level playing field. Section 6. The bottom line: money matters, wealth lasts, currency changes, and free stuff. Well, it's complicated. So what have we learned, folks? Money, wealth, and currency are distinct but interconnected concepts, each playing a crucial role in the economy. Government subsidies, while well-intentioned, can have unintended consequences, distorting markets, burdening taxpayers, and fostering a culture of dependency. It's like that friend who's always offering to pay for everything, but, they're secretly racking up credit card debt. It might seem generous at first, but it's not sustainable in the long run. The key takeaway is this: there's no such thing as a free lunch. Every economic policy comes with costs and benefits, and it's crucial to weigh them carefully before diving headfirst into the subsidy pool. Like that questionable street food you're tempted to try, it might seem appealing at first, but it could leave you with a nasty case of economic indigestion. So, let's be smart about our money, our wealth, and our economic policies. After all, we're all in this together, folks, and nobody wants to end up holding the bag when the economic bubble bursts.